Hey guys, we're back, and Jason with Fender Garage. And so what we have here are a few black boxes. And so these black boxes actually we designed because one of the things that I hated when we're doing these Coyote swaps is that if you've got your Ford Racing control pack or you're redoing a harness, that the ECU is in the passenger front side of the Mustang. Or the truck or whatever. And so then it's just like sitting right there and there's no place to actually like, you know, lengthen the wires and put it somewhere else in the truck because it only has like, you know, 1.5 to 2 feet of wiring, and so you have to put it where it goes. And so oftentimes we struggle with trying to keep budgets down and costs that we're like, gosh, we need to put it in the engine compartment somewhere. And then you've got this part right here just sitting in the engine compartment, and at the same time looks terrible. And so we wanted to come up with something that would allow us to disguise it. A lot of times if you got like a 67 to 79 truck you're doing, maybe the inner fenders are all black. And so we came up with this, what we call our ECU box. And so this ECU box allows you to take this is I believe a Gen 1, to actually slide this in here and conceal it a little bit better so it looks a little nicer. And so that just bolts in, and then your wiring can come up to here. It gets a little more complicated with the Gen 2, Gen 3s, so we've got a little split application where these come in and sandwich on both sides. And so you'll get, this will be in here, but these bolts right here will actually go right through right here. So very simple. You're gonna get, we'll show you what comes in a box. This is a Gen 1, this is a Gen 3, and then we'll show you what you get in the box. I think this is a Gen 2 here. So what you'll get in the box is you're going to get a little bit of how it goes together. Just due to all the little configurations that we have to put together, this gives you kind of a parts list and how it all stacks together for your computer, okay? Of course, you'll get a sticker. And then all the hardware comes kind of pre-assembled right in the kit. And then you should have your ECU box tucked nice and protected. So these are a semi-gloss black powder coat, prismatic powder coat. And these are all solid aluminum, laser cut, and ready to go. So pretty straightforward. So what does it look like when it's installed? We've got a truck behind us. I think what we'll do is we'll show you what that looks like installed and have you take a look at it. Very cool product. We sold a lot of these. I'm not sure how many we sold, but probably a couple hundred of them. And we put them in every vehicle we are doing a Coyote swap here where we're trying to not be so creative. We just want to make it like a daily driver. So there's a difference for us. Daily driver is still a nice truck. It still has all the things that we do and all the products that we put in it, but it's a little bit easier to service. Things are more visible. The wiring's a little bit more visible. And so you'll take a look at this truck over here. We'll show you what that looks like. If we're doing a show truck, we don't actually use the ECU boxes because we're hiding that maybe inside the cab, underneath the seat, back behind the panel, under the dash, various applications for us to hide an ECU, and we don't want it in the engine compartment. So less is more. All we want to see on those show trucks are just the engine only. Minimize all the wiring and all the brake lines as much as we can. AC lines, we just want to see the engine. And so this one behind us is a super cool truck that came from Wisconsin. We're going to take a look at it, and so come on over. All right, so we came over to this 1975 Ford F1, actually it's an F250. We cut down to be an F100. It's on a full Porterbuilt chassis that we've worked on putting together and cut the bed down and made it a super rad truck. So, but we put a Gen 3 Coyote motor in this truck, and then we had to deal with the wiring. So what happens is the wiring harness comes out here, and the ECU needs to be right in here on a Coyote motor or truck. And so where do you put it? Well, you've got your battery right here, and so we've actually put the ECU box right here and plugged all three harnesses in. So you've got the harness that goes to the main harness, you've got the transmission harness for the 10-speed, and then you've got the harness that goes with the control pack that plugs in here. And then we've got it sitting right here. So it's vented on the bottom. There's holes on it that will actually allow you to let some of the air escape out of it. That's also the purpose of these holes cut out up here, so let any heat from the ECU escape. And then from there, it just kind of blacks it out, makes it disappear. So really cleans up the engine compartment when you're trying to actually not have this big ECU which stands out and looks kind of nasty, and so blacks it out and makes it go away. So anyways, that is kind of what it looks like, and I want to make sure you had a chance to see where we put it on our builds and how we do it. A lot of times we may change hardware out and different things for different applications. You can see my guys they get a little creative and they like to do things a little different every now and then. But here's our Ford Racing control pack. The fuses are mounted right there. Try to make it as easy as we can to get to anything on our builds. So this is why we call it a driver. It's because it looks nice and clean. There's still a lot of stuff under the hood that you can visibly see, and it's actually easy to get to so that you can actually service it when you're driving around. This is a daily. The guy's gonna drive this thing every single day. He's got air conditioning. He's got all the bells and whistles. He's got a super nice interior. He's got a nice radio system, and this thing he'll be able to put 50,000 miles on it without any issues. That's really it. We wanted to introduce again the ECU boxes. We've talked about them before in the past, but we're trying to get our videos to be just a little bit more descriptive and a little bit more information, kind of understand what we're trying to accomplish here at Fender Garage. There's a lot more products we're bringing forward in 2022, so stay tuned. We've got a lot of things that we've been doing a lot of R&D on that we're going to be introducing here shortly. So again, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, we got the ECU boxes that cover all three of the ECUs that need to be hidden. So with that, please follow us, subscribe us, check us out on Instagram. I think we have TikTok maybe? Yeah, we got TikTok now. I'm not on TikTok, but Fender Garage is on TikTok. And so, but go ahead and subscribe, follow us, and go to the website. You'll find it there under the Coyote Swap parts, and if you need one, give it a purchase. Thanks.